Happy New Year. Okay. So looking around, seeing what you guys have done, I have a couple of things to point out. So most of you guys were all right there with doing inverse norm of 0.9. Now, all you really need to do, what? Nailed it. All you really need to do when you're doing this command is say inverse norm of 0.9, and then boom, you're done, right? You don't need to press anything else. When you do that, you should have come up with 1.28. So that's the z-score associated with the 90th percentile. If you are in the 90th percentile, you are 1.28 standard deviations above the mean. Now, what I saw most of you guys do, though, was with your inverse norm, you said 0.9, 500, 100, because that's the mean and the standard deviation of this particular data set. Now, if you do that, you end up with 628 point something, right? So what's that 628? That's your, no, it's not your z-score. It's your SAT score right there. And some of you even went a step further and said, well, if I had 1.28 and I did my z-score formula, let's find y minus 500 over 100. If you actually did this equation and solved it, you found that y equals 628. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. On the AP test, they expect a certain amount of work shown, right? Because just throwing the answer down there doesn't prove that you understand it. It just proves that you memorized the calculator set of commands to do that. On the AP test, if you're asked a question like this, because they're looking to make sure you really understand percentiles and z-scores, they're going to want you to show, it's actually one of two things. You need to draw a picture. It is always a safe bet that you should draw a picture of the normal model anytime we're talking about the normal model, okay? You're going to draw a picture of the normal model, and then you're going to mark off 90%, and then you're going to shade this area, and then you're going to label that as 1.28, not 12. Okay? So, safe bet, you should always draw a normal model up there, show the shading of it, and to show that I do, because being able to draw that picture tells the person who's grading it, okay, this person understands that the 90th percentile is associated with the z-score 1.28. And then the reality here is if you have this picture and then you just write 628 as your answer, you'll probably get full credit. Okay? It's not a bad idea, however, to have that equation on your paper as well. Okay? Because again, the AP scoring, they're going to look at those and say, I'm looking to see that this person understands the normal model, percentiles, and z-scores. So you're going to want a picture or an equation or something that says that you understand it. Because if you just wrote 628, that doesn't prove that you really understand it. It just proves that you remembered a set of calculators. Because we are rounding off that z-score to 1.28. The actual z-score is an irrational number. It's 1.28534156751, 12345, whatever. And so you're gonna get a different number. Those slight rounding errors will happen. Questions, comments, concerns? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's chapter 6. Even better, ladies and gentlemen, that's unit 1. We are 1/7 completed with this course. Oh boy. Woo! I'm more lost. Homework tonight, chapter 6 graded homework, which I'm passing out right now. Also remember that your chapter 6 meeting goes to tomorrow. Not as here, Jamie Club. I have an application for Hope has those. Can I put on my marketable skills? Actually, there's a lot of statistics in League. Can I put on my